right, you guys, we are going to get started in a child's pose today. If you guys are new to yoga, what that looks like is your knees are going to be spread open wide, toes are going to be together, and we're going to lean and reach back. So right now, push your hips back and down. Now during this class, I'm going to be coming up to the screen. I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of moves. I'm just going to be mostly talking you guys through the different poses. So feel free to ignore me if I'm coming up and talking to the screen. Just keep doing what you're doing. Once you guys get into a child's pose, I invite you guys to take a deep breath in and a loud breath out. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. Loud breath out. So we are in some crazy times right now. I know that a lot of us are missing out on some of our trips or having to postpone them because of certain circumstances. And I know that our vibrations can be a little bit low during this time. But what my goal is for this next hour, I want to try and cultivate some higher vibrations for us. Vibrations are very contagious. As you guys know, your vibe attracts your tribe. So whatever you guys put out into earth comes back for you guys. So we can always go back to, complaining and being upset, and that's totally okay with what the circumstances are. But for this hour, I really want to try and cultivate some happiness for you guys. So deep breath in, loud breath out. Good. Making that transition from getting to your mat to actually being at your mat. Letting go of any worries that you guys might have. I want to imagine physically letting go of the worries. So if you have a tight grasp, release. Good. Deep breath in. Loud breath out. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. Loud breath out. If you guys have any sort of worries or emotions come in that aren't serving you at this moment, I invite you guys to put those into a little box, label the box as in a to-do box or a worry box, and set it off of your mat. Good. One more deep breath. When you're ready, slowly coming into tabletop position, toes are tucked underneath, fingers are spread, and going through a couple of cat-cows. So at this time, I invite you to close your eyes. It makes it a little easier for you to move what your body is at. That might be going through child's pose. That might be doing little circles with the hips, whatever your body needs right now. Good, and when you're ready, coming into a still tabletop, go ahead and tuck the toes underneath. Fingers are spread, hands are right directly below the shoulder blades. We're gonna go ahead and inhale and lift the knees up the mat and hold. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, extending to our first down dog of the practice. So feel free to pedal out the feet, move the hips, groove into your down dog. Good, and when you're ready, coming into a still down dog, heels are pulling back towards the mat, hips are shooting back, shoulder blades are spread in the back. Good, 2 deep breaths. Last breath. Good. Gaze comes up the top of your mat. We're going to tiptoe our way up to meet our hands. Legs are spread, feet are directly below the hips. And what we're going to do is grab opposite elbows, bend the knees, and stretch that lower back. So feel free to sway side to side, up and down, and making sure that the neck is released. So we don't want to have our neck looking up. We want the gaze to be directly between the legs. Good. On the inhale, we'll come into a half lift. Back is straight, chest is pulling forward. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, root to rise, reaching the body up. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Samastitihi. Gaze is down, eyes are closed. We'll go through 2 rounds of breath here. Good. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, plant the hands onto the mat, step back into your first plank pose. Drawing the belly in and up. Shoulder blades are spread in the back. Good. We're going to slowly exhale and lower all the way down to our bellies. Elbows are directly along your sides. Toes untucked. Inhale for cobra. Exhale back down. Good. One more time. Inhale for cobra. Exhale back down. Go ahead and tuck the toes underneath. Fingers should be directly in correlation with, honestly, where your nipples are. And we're going to exhale and push back. Good. And downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath here. Good. Inhale, gaze comes to the fingers. Tiptoe your way up to the center of the mat. Good. Grabbing opposite elbows just as we did before. Swaying side to side, releasing that neck. And inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Samastitihi, 2 rounds of breath. Good. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. For half lift. Exhale, coming back into your chaturanga. So the option here is to either step back or handstand back into your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Good. 2 rounds of breath. We're going to do that one more time. Gaze at the top of the mat. Hop, step, or float your way up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. 2 rounds of breath. On the next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump, or float back, going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. Good. On your next inhale, right leg reaches high, making sure to keep that hip square to the mat and not opened up. So facing down, toes are flexed to face the mat as well. Good. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Step it through. Go ahead and release that back leg for a low lunge. If you want to check on your hip placement, you can put your hands at your hips and make sure they're facing forward. Good. Shoulders are drawing out of the ears. Arms are wide. Good. Exhale, go ahead and straighten that front leg, coming into a half split. As you can see, my chest isn't rounded. It's actually flat. Good. Coming back to a low lunge. And doing a couple baby stretches. So kind of bouncing back and forth to get some flexibility into that left hip. Good. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, coming back to a low lunge. Tucking that back toe. Planting the hands. Lift the back knee. Coming into a plank. And going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. Good. Inhale that left leg high. Bring it knee to nose. Step it through. Release that back leg. Untuck the toes. Lift the arms. Low lunge. Good. Exhale for your half splits. Good. Inhale for the low lunge, going through a couple of little bumps. Exhale, half splits. Good. Inhale back into that front leg. Hands plant, back toes tuck. Going through your plank pose to your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Good. 2 rounds of breath. On your next inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Hop, step, or float for your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Samastitihi. Eyes are closed. 3 rounds of breath. Good. If you haven't done so already, take this moment to set an intention for your practice. You need help finding an intention. I've chosen to go with patience with what's happening in the world, with the coronavirus, but also patience with my mind and with my body during this practice. One more breath. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, plant your hands going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Fold. Inhale the right leg high. Good. Exhale the nose. Last time. Inhale right leg high. Exhale knee to nose. Step it through. Go ahead and release that back leg. And we're going to come onto the outer edge of our foot and slowly push, not on the knee, but in the middle of your thigh out to open up that right hip. Gaze is looking up over the right shoulder. Chest is opened. Good. Coming back through to center. Tuck those back toes. Right leg shoots back to meet in a plank, going through your chaturanga. You always have the option to skip chaturanga or to use your knees to help with the strength during chaturanga. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Go ahead and release that back leg, coming out on the outer edge of our left foot and pushing along the left thigh. Keep in mind, anything that I suggest during this practice is merely just a suggestion. Numbness and tingling is a good sign, but if you feel any sort of pinching, go ahead and back off. That's a sign that your body is not ready for the movement you are making. Good. Coming back through to center. Tuck those right back toes. Lift the knee. Shoot the leg back for plank. Going through. And we will meet in down dog. Good. On your next inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Good. Inhale, high. Right knee to left elbow, so there's a little bit of a twist. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step it through. Keeping that back leg lifted, we're coming into your high lunge. So right here, you want to pay attention to that back heel. We don't want it to be down. We actually want it to be high. Hips are facing forward and shoulders are drawn out of our ears. Good. More rounds of breath. Good. Opening up to warrior two. So that back leg, that back foot is now it's planted into the mat. Shoulders are drawn back and down. And the knee is directly above the ankle. Good. We're going to go ahead and reach forward with our right hand. Reach, reach, reach. Settle the hands either on your thigh or on the mat. And reaching that left arm high. Good. Slowly coming back into a warrior two pose. And then twisting that back foot to come back into a high lunge. So Testing our balance a little bit. Exhale, the hands come back to the mat. Right leg left, going through our chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. Good. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale nose. Inhale the leg high. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale high. Left knee to right elbow. Inhale high. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Back leg stays off the mat. Back heel is lifted up towards the air and reach up for your high lunge. Good, making sure those shoulders aren't coming up. Draw back and down through the back. Exhale, opening up to warrior 2. Front knees directly above that front ankle. Good, reaching with that left arm, reach, 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 either coming to your thigh or to the mat. Good, inhaling, coming back to warrior 2. Keeping that front leg bent. Maybe finding a point of focus, a dristy point to get into your high lunge. Whew. Good, 2 rounds of breath. On your next exhale, plant the hands. Left foot meets right, going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath here. Good, on your next inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, lift the right leg high. Let's do it right to left. We're gonna do right leg to left elbow. Kick it out onto your mat and come to a seated position. Good. Once you make it here, we're gonna reach over to the right hand side. Good, now we're gonna face our chest down to our leg. Good, reaching over to the left hand side. And switching our chest down to our left leg. And come back through center, reaching out in between both legs. All right, this transition's a little bit tricky, so if you want to look at the screen, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to get back into a 3-legged dog. So we're going to reach over that front leg, tuck these back toes, and bring that back leg back up. So your right leg should be high. Good. Once you guys get there, go ahead and release that leg, coming back to a down dog. We're going to do that on the opposite side now, so left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, reach it back. Left knee, right elbow. Kick it through, coming down to a seat. Reaching over to our right side. Good, chest comes to leg. reaching over to our left. Good, chest comes to our leg. Good, meeting back in center. Good, if you guys wanna watch that transition one more time, I'll show it on the opposite side. So we're gonna be reaching our hands to the top of our mat, back leg tucks, front leg lifts and shoots back to our three-legged dog. Good, once you're there, go ahead and release that top leg, coming to a downward facing dog. Gaze is at the top of the mat, hop, step, or float your way up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Samastitihi, 2 rounds of breath. When you're ready, start to tiptoe the feet apart to the length of your mat. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, we're coming down into a squat. So the toes are facing outwards, the heels are in, and we're using the strength of our elbows to push the knees outward. So feel free to kind of sway side to side here. Put some oil in between the hips. Good. If this feels comfortable, feel free to left that left hand high, reach it around your back. So we'll come around here. Right hand will come underneath the leg for a bind. Gaze is looking up and left, and the chest is open. If the bind isn't easy for you guys, feel free to use something else to kind of hold it here. So I'll show you on the opposite side. Reaching the right arm high, left arm comes underneath. And now I'm using my jacket to get my hands to stay. Good, coming back through to center. Exhale, forward fold. Good, tiptoe the feet back together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump, or hop it back, going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down facing dog. 2 rounds of breath here. Good. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale the leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, but stepping on the outside of your right hand. So we're in a lizard's lunge now. There's a couple of different variations. You can stay here and go down to your forearms. Or if this is an intense stretch for you, feel free to release that back leg, either staying on your hands or coming down to the forearms. So you'll notice we're doing a lot of hip openers today. We do store our emotion in our hips. I start to feel emotional. That is the reason, and let that be. Good. Slowly coming back to our hands. Bring that right leg to meet the left. Going through your chaturanga, or skipping it, or using another variation with your knees low. Exhale for down dog. Good. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift it high. Exhale, bring it to the outside of the left hand, taking whatever variation suits you. Good. Slowly coming onto your hands. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Good. 2 rounds of breath. Gaze at the top of your mat. Hop, step, or float your way up. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. DTE. Go ahead and close the eyes. Going through 3 rounds of breath here. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to go into a seated pose. So toes are together, heels are slightly apart. We're going to go bend in the knees, making sure that you don't have like a Beyonce arch. We don't want that. We actually want to tuck our pelvis down and underneath. Shoulders are spreading down and below, out of our ears. And then a big smile on your face, because this feels horrible, but we're attracting good vibrations. So big smiles. Good. Keep going. 2 more rounds of breath. Good. Slowly making our way to a seated position. Using control to get there. And coming into boat pose. So our knees can either be bent like so, toes are flexed back, or we can go ahead and straighten our legs. So if you're in better shape than I am, go ahead and straighten. I'm gonna stay over here. So we're gonna do a little bit of abs, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly exhale. Remembering the transition is just as important as the crunch. Good. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull. 2 more. Exhale, release. Inhale, crunch. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, crunch and hold. Now just have a little bit of fun. What we're going to see is if we can get on our feet without using our hands. So you might want to do a little roll back, but we're coming back into chair pose. If you didn't make it the first time, we can go ahead and meet us here. 2 more rounds of breath. Good. Hands come to heart center, slowly coming up and onto our tippy toes. Testing our balance. And then flat onto the mat. Good job, you guys. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, going through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. You're in your down dog. I like to do this in all of my classes, especially if you guys are home and alone and nobody can see you right now. Staying in your down dog, I want you to take a deep, deep inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to scream your favorite cuss word. Mine is fuck. So deep inhale. Exhale, fuck. I hope that felt good for you guys. Eyes at the top of your mat. Hop, step, or float your way up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Eyes are closed, 2 rounds of breath. Good. Going through our last chaturanga. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, going through your flow. Inhale for up dog. Exhale. On your next inhale, right leg comes high. Right ankle will meet left wrist, and right knee will come to your right wrist. So we're coming into pigeon's pose. So making sure that the hips are facing forward, not falling back and out. If you need, you can grab something to put between your butt and the mat if it's not comfortable. If you guys have bad knees, a good variation of this is coming onto your back and taking that right leg and bring it into the chest. So if you have bad knees, this is the way to go. Make sure that foot is flexed for you guys. Deep inhale while our body is still up. Exhale, go ahead and melt on over your mat. Good. If you are on your forearms, slowly coming up to your hands, tucking that back toe, meeting in a downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, bring that left knee to meet your left elbow. Left ankle meets the right wrist. Good. First, coming up into a straight position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, melting over your mat. Good. If you're on your forearms, slowly making your way back to your hands. Tucking those back toes, coming into downward facing dog. Gaze is at the top of your mat. We're gonna hop, step, or float our way up, but we are gonna end up coming to our butts. So if you are a handstander, feel free to handstand into a sitting position. All right, legs out in front of us, toes are flexed back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the chest straight, not rounding, but keeping that space between the shoulder blades. Good. Inhaling back up, slowly making our way onto our backs. Good. Inhale that right knee into the chest. Open it up. And then bring it around on top of our body for a twist. Both shoulders should be clicked into the mat. They should not be lifted off. So if you can't twist all the way and you're just right here, that's perfect. Gaze is going the opposite of your twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, legs back to center. Go ahead and release that right leg. Inhale the left leg high. Open it up. And then bring it opposite of the body for a twist. Good. Inhale the knee back to the chest. Go ahead and release. Deep inhale. Loud exhale. Good. Transitioning into a happy baby. So peace fingers come around the big toes. Drawing the knees into the armpits. Maybe straightening one leg at a time. Maybe rocking side to side like happy babies do. Whatever your body is calling for right now. Good. Exhale, bring the legs back now. I invite you guys to take this time. If there are any yoga poses that your body's calling for, this would be the time to take those poses. Otherwise, if you guys are ready for Shavasana, go ahead and lay it down on your backs. Take as much room as you need for your arms and your legs. Taking a deep breath. Releasing a deep breath. Good. I'm going to give the others about another 30 seconds to finish up what they needed to do. Good. Settling into your Shavasana. Doing a quick body check. Noticing the feelings that you have in your toes. Releasing any tension you might be clenching onto. Letting the feet fall opposite of one another. Releasing the muscles in your lower back. If breathing is labored in this position, go ahead and tuck the shoulder blades underneath. So draw them back and down, and that will help with the breathing during Shavasana. Doing a quick check on your jaw, making sure the jaw is not clenched. Releasing the tongue from the top of the mouth. Relax the eyes behind the eyelids. And let your arms take as much space as they need. So for today's Shavasana, I wanted to do a little meditation work for you guys to activate some of those high vibrations. So I want you to think about your favorite destination. We are all solo travelers. We've all got that one spot that we just fell in love with. So I want you to imagine that position, that place for you. Maybe it's somewhere that you plan to return to. And I want you to think of a specific memory that you have in that place. Preferably one where you feel calm, safe, and happy. Notice, are you inside or are you outside? Is the weather hot or is it cold? Can you feel the sun beating down on your skin? Or is it the wind blowing through your hair? Notice, are there people around you or are you alone? What do you see around you? What does it smell like? Notice your emotions during this memory. You are calm, you are safe, and you are happy. Imagine being there right now and enjoy your Shavasana. Good. Slowly returning to the physical body, making small movements on your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking your head side to side. On the inhale, reach your hands high above your head, toes are pointed for a big full body stretch. Exhale, folding onto your favorite side, either left or right. Staying here for a moment. And on the next inhale, using the strength of your arm to come to a seated position. Eyes are closed, hands come to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me in yoga today. I know times are hard, but you guys made it a point to get to your mat really emotionally healthy. And I can't thank you guys enough for helping me put good high vibrations into the world in this past hour. The light in me recognizes the light in you guys. Namaste.